Hey there, today I've got an important update on the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. This conflict has been a focal point of international concern for years, with countless lives affected and a seemingly endless cycle of violence and retaliation. Israel has made a significant proposal to Hamas leader Yahya Sinwar safe passage out of Gaza. This is a bold and unprecedented move, aimed at potentially de-escalating the situation. This offer is contingent on the release of hostages and Hamas giving up control of the Gaza Strip. The stakes are incredibly high, as this could lead to a major shift in the power dynamics within the region. Gal Hirsch, Israel's hostage envoy, revealed this proposal in a recent interview with Bloomberg News. Hirsch has been a key figure in negotiating the release of hostages and has a deep understanding of the complexities involved. According to Hirsch, the offer was made recently, but he did not disclose Hamas's response. This leaves many questions unanswered and adds to the uncertainty surrounding the proposal. This comes at a time when skepticism about a ceasefire agreement between the two sides is growing. Many analysts are questioning whether a lasting peace can be achieved given the deep-rooted animosities and historical grievances. So, what does this mean? The implications of this proposal are vast and multifaceted. It could be a step towards peace, or it could exacerbate tensions if not handled carefully. The situation in Gaza is already tense, with ongoing conflict and a severe humanitarian crisis. The people of Gaza are in dire need of relief, and any move towards peace could significantly improve their living conditions. The proposal could potentially be a turning point in the conflict, but it's too early to tell what impact it will have. The international community is watching closely, hoping for a breakthrough. The international community is keeping a close watch on any signs of progress toward a peaceful resolution. Organizations like the United Nations are poised to support any positive developments. Interestingly, this offer has caught both Prime Minister Netanyahu and the Israeli Defense Forces by surprise. This unexpected move has sparked a lot of discussions and debates within Israel. There's been a lot of debate and speculation within Israel about this unexpected move. Some see it as a necessary step towards peace, while others are skeptical about its feasibility and potential consequences. Meanwhile, tensions across the Middle East continue to escalate. The region is a powder keg, with various factions and countries involved in a complex web of alliances and enmities. Hezbollah has launched attacks on Israeli sites and troops, and Iran, along with Hamas, has vowed revenge following Israel's actions in Gaza. This adds another layer of complexity to the already volatile situation. The backdrop of this agreement is more than just local politics. The Middle East is a critical region with global implications, and any changes here can have far-reaching effects. The ramifications could be global. World leaders are closely monitoring the situation, aware that any significant developments could impact international relations and global stability. As Israel and Hamas navigate these complex negotiations, the international community, including political analysts and policymakers, are watching closely. The outcome of these talks could set a precedent for future conflicts and peace negotiations. Will this offer pave the way for peace, or is it just another fleeting moment in a long-standing conflict? The history between Israel and Hamas is fraught with failed attempts at peace, and many are cautious about getting their hopes up. One thing is for sure, the eyes of the world are on Gaza. The region has become a focal point of international attention, and the outcome of this proposal could have significant implications. This proposal, whether accepted or rejected, could redefine the dynamics of the region. It has the potential to either bring about a new era of peace or plunge the region into further chaos. As always, I'll keep you updated with the latest developments. The situation is fluid and new information is coming in constantly. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates. Thanks for tuning in. Your engagement helps us bring you the latest and most accurate news. I'm sure you've heard the news. Harris and Trump just went head-to-head in a heated debate over Israel. In a recent debate, Kamala Harris and Donald Trump went toe-to-toe over Israel's future. Harris highlighted Israel's right to defend itself, acknowledging Palestinian suffering and pushing for a two-state solution. She called for a ceasefire and the release of hostages. Trump, however, took a starkly different approach. He claimed that Israel wouldn't survive 2 years with Harris in office, accusing her of hating Israel. Trump boasted about his policies crippling Iran financially, which he believes prevented support for Hamas. Harris refuted Trump's claims, emphasizing her commitment to Israel's security and criticizing Trump's foreign policy as weak and divisive. She underscored her long-standing support for Israel and a peaceful resolution to the conflict. This debate has clearly highlighted the stark contrast between Harris's and Trump's views on Israel. As the election heats up, their contrasting approaches will undoubtedly be a focal point for voters. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates. Why do 70% of Americans believe in the importance of human rights? Because lives matter. Here's the latest from the West Bank. President Biden has expressed outrage over the killing of a U.S. activist in the West Bank last week. He called on Israel to take immediate steps to prevent such tragedies. Biden's strong condemnation underscores the gravity of the incident and the critical need to protect civilians in conflict zones. This incident has intensified the spotlight on the already complex U.S.-Israel relationship. While the U.S. stands firmly as an ally of Israel, it also stresses the importance of human rights and civilian safety. The world is watching closely to see how Israel will respond to these calls for action. The killing has sparked widespread outrage and demands for justice. It has reignited tensions and debates surrounding the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. This tragic event highlights the urgent necessity for a peaceful resolution and the unwavering protection of human lives. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing story. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more breaking news. Thanks for watching. What's something people don't know about the Israel-Gaza conflict? It's escalating faster than ever. Overnight, Israeli forces escalated their military operations in Gaza, leading to 27 Palestinian deaths. The strikes targeted areas in southern Gaza, with Israeli officials stating they aimed at senior Hamas militants. However, Hamas denies any militant presence in the targeted zones. This attack has drawn sharp international condemnation. The United Nations has stressed the importance of civilian protection amidst growing violence. Israeli authorities also conducted a wave of arrests across the West Bank, detaining 30 Palestinians in cities including Hebron, Jenin, Ramallah, and Bethlehem. These actions are part of Israel's broader response to a recent Hamas assault. The humanitarian situation in Gaza is deteriorating rapidly. Civilians are struggling with safety and access to essential resources. Aid groups are calling for increased global support to address these dire conditions. The conflict has ignited global protests, with many demanding a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution. Stay tuned for updates as the situation continues to unfold. If you follow Middle Eastern politics, then you need to hear this breaking story. Mohammed Qassem al-Shayr, a high-ranking Hezbollah commander, was killed in recent Israeli airstrikes on southern Lebanon. The Israel Defense Forces report that al-Shayr was involved in numerous terrorist activities against Israel. Hezbollah retaliated by launching rockets and drones into northern Israel. Fortunately, there were no casualties reported on the Israeli side. In response, the IDF targeted Hezbollah's rocket launchers and infrastructure. This latest escalation follows weeks of heightened tensions and a major exchange of fire between the two sides just 2 weeks ago. During that confrontation, Israel conducted preemptive strikes on suspected Hezbollah targets, leading to casualties on both sides. The United States is actively working to mediate and prevent further conflict, but the situation in the region remains highly volatile. Stay tuned for updates as this story develops.